Hi, everybody. Kathy Tooley, CEO, Tools for Success. Welcome back. Welcome back as we pull back curtain number 6. I told you on previous videos that we would come back to the school board. Remember what I told you? There were 2 groups running our schools, what I call in and out of house. In being principals, superintendents, licensed educators, and out being the school board. For the next 2 curtains, I want to talk about the school board. This one, I want to talk about the school board and their experience. Let me preface this before I go any further. There are some of you watching this video who are school board members, and you are about to bristle and thinking, how dare she talk about me as a school board member? I care about my child's school. I have been on the school board for insert so many years. I make great decisions with the school board. That may all be true, and I'm if you're feeling attacked, then I don't know what else to say to you. I'm just going to be honest about school board experience or the lack thereof. So I want you to think about the people that are making major decisions about your schools. Did you know that the evaluation of a superintendent relies on the school board? Did you know that? The superintendent, the person running that school district's evaluation is written by people who mostly have no educational experience. Let me say that again. The superintendent, the person running your school, is being evaluated by an elected school board. Most school board members' experience exists of one of the following. They went to school. They live in the school district. They know where the school is. They have children in the school. They drive by the school. They have had an experience either positively or negatively in that school. They have a positive or negative experience of school as a whole, or they think they know how to run a school. I'm going to ask you, do any of those qualifications sound like people that ought to be running your superintendent's job? Yet they are every day. Every now and then, not very often, but every now and then, a licensed educator will run for a school board and get elected. Every now and then. That is not very often. Not very often. So the vast majority of the experience of the people who have the most political pull to your school board have no experience in education at all, except for that they went to school. So let's try an analogy. I've gone to a med check. Anybody else in here gone to a med check? Had yourself checked out? Does that make you experience to run a med check? You know how to order supplies? You know how to make sure the right staff is there? Do you know all about the blood screenings, blood pressures, when to call 911, how to make sure that everyone is taken care of? Do you know any of those things? I know I certainly do not. I've been to a med check. I know what a med check is. And I trust that the people behind those scrubs know what they're doing. Let me give you another one. Anybody ever taken a car to a mechanic? I have taken a car to a mechanic. What I know as I drop that car off is I better make sure that the checkbook is ready. But do you know whether the lift that they're going to put your car up under meets the state regulations and guidelines and is properly maintained? No, I just trust that it does. Do you know what oil they're going to put in your car? Do you know what licensing or training the mechanic has that's working on your car? No, I just pulled up to get an oil change. And I trust that the people that are behind that building are employed and understand how to do an oil change. Have you ever been to a library? You ever gone to a library? Walked around in a library? Do you sit and analyze what books are there, how long the books have been there, how they got there, and when they're leaving? No. I just trust the people that are running the library know how to keep the most common and the most used literature there that it becomes accessible to me. Why is it that if all of that is true and we trust people, that we expect that people that know nothing about running a school are elected to run it? How did that happen? Now, let's preface something. Do I think that people that live in a community should have a voice for their schools? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think they absolutely should have a voice. Do I think they should have a deciding voice? No. Do I think that they should have the power to have an agenda No. And we'll address that more in the next curtain. But I think they should have some experience. Or I think they should be what they are, and that is an advisory board. Someone who does get to sit back and look at the bigger picture. They live in the community. They've been there their whole lives. That administrator may be brand new to the community, and talk about what the community is and the values of the community and give advice to the administrators. Absolutely. But run it with what experience? With what knowledge? How? How did that happen? That's the curtain I want to pull back today. What's happening with people, albeit them good intentioned, having no experience, yet running buildings? I don't know. It's the curtain I want to show you today. It's happening every single day. And in the next curtain, I'll talk to you about some of the more dirty sides that were really happening with our school board members. So I want to leave you with this. As I've said in every video prior to this isn't an attack. If you're a school board member listening to this, thank you for your time and service. But my question to you is, are you in service? Are you in service to your school? Or do you have an agenda? Because if you have an agenda, you're not serving your school. Think about that. And if you're not a school board member, what do you know about the school board members who are in service to your schools? How much do you know? Are you going to admit that you go to a poll and you just hit whatever button you hit? Or you don't hit it at all? Because you don't even know who to elect. And whether you hit that button or not, someone's going to get elected to be in those school board positions, to ultimately evaluate the superintendent running your school. Think about that. Thank you as always for joining us on this journey. Be sure and follow. Be sure and subscribe. Be sure and like. Be sure and hit that bell, and we'll notify you when future videos are coming. There's several more coming. And please share. Please share this. I hope this starts a conversation. I really hope this starts a conversation, because if we don't talk about it, we can't ever fix it. Thank you as always for everything you do every single day. Have a fantastic day.